Imagine if you had a car manufacturer and they were cranking out all these new cars and they had all these fancy features and everybody's super excited. And then it turns out that the brakes in that car don't always work. Would that be acceptable? Would we allow that? We wouldn't. This is the same thing. But for now, let's just look at a post that I just saw on LinkedIn from Professor Kaushik Sen. He writes, "I am sick of the Cursor IDE. Cursor fails to implement some basic functionalities, hint, saving files correctly." Cursor can't save files correctly? How can one possibly use this tool when basic persistence of files, therefore code, is not achievable in their IDE? Does that sound reasonable to anyone? On top of that, how is it possible that a company that has been funded for over $500 million by maybe some of the largest VC firms in the world, including Andreessen, doesn't know how to save files correctly? This is the state of things. This is the state of vibe coding. I recently just did a VOD on the issue one gentleman had where anti-gravity, this was essentially, I believe, Windsurf rebranded under Google's name, wiped out his entire hard drive because it was trying to restart some kind of service. And in the process of clearing a cache, its own cache, it mistakenly wiped out the entire hard drive. How does this get into production, guys? We need to raise our voices, very much like what Kaushik Sen is doing, and I've been doing, and I know many of you have been doing, to make it clear that this is unacceptable. So, for example, Cursor often fails to save files on my MacBook Air with a fresh installation. It was supposed to be fixed in 2024, search on Google. Another one is that I cannot get rid of user rules from the Cursor setting interface, and they probably have no clue where these settings are saved, search on Google. My personal belief, by the way, spoken like a true scientist, he knows the difference between what is a fact, and for example, it is a fact that Cursor is doing this, but it isn't a fact that he knows exactly why this is happening. So he's differentiating here. So factually speaking, Cursor is doing these things. That's indisputable. Now, how or why this is happening is speculative. So Kaushik goes on to say, my personal belief is that the Cursor team is resorting to vibe coding under pressure to grow rapidly, and their code base is unmanageable at this time. So I believe what he's saying, I just want to be super clear. What Kaushik is saying is the Cursor team itself is building Cursor with Cursor. And because Cursor is doing ridiculously bad things and it doesn't understand what it's doing, they are essentially feeding that bad thing back into the system. By the way, this is the fastest way to get to model collapse. And if you don't know what model collapse is, search it in the channel. You'll find more about it. The short version of it is, if you train an ML model on its own output, what happens is it essentially devolves into a black hole where it's so overfit that it says and does basically nothing correctly. It's sort of worthless. And this could very well be a prime example of that, is that they are creating a model collapse by using Cursor itself to develop Cursor, and so it is getting progressively worse and worse and worse. My hope is that the Cursor team would be intelligent enough to know that this model collapse thing is a real thing, but what I have seen is that many people that are doing machine learning or so-called AI companies today may not deeply understand AI. And so it's more of a race just to build something that is essentially a demo that looks impressive, but it's a largely smoke and mirrors, and it fails in very simple things like saving a file. Think about this for a second, guys. Imagine if you had a car manufacturer and they were cranking out all these new cars and they had all these fancy features and everybody's super excited. And then it turns out that the brakes in that car don't always work. Would that be acceptable? Would we allow that? We wouldn't. This is the same thing. This is as big of a deal as the brakes on a car not working. If you can't reliably use an IDE to save freaking files, it doesn't matter how feature rich the IDE is. This again goes back to why we've created Diff and why we take a fundamentally different approach at Merly to build these systems.